Hello. Hey, welcome to ArtX Detroit. And tonight I have the pleasure of welcoming you to the first night of the festival, which if you don't know already, it's 10 days, all throughout April. And if you're not already watching the schedule online, check out artxdetroit.com, which has all the updates. Also, in case you're not familiar already, this is a celebration of the 2013 and 2014 Kresge Artist Fellows and Kresge Eminent Artists. It's awesome. And to date, the program has given away over $3 million to artists, individual artist hands throughout Metro Detroit. If for any reason you aren't aware of this, it is an open application process to become the Kresge Artist Fellows. They're selected through a panel process, and every year in November you can find out details if you're a Metro Detroit artist about how to apply. That is on KresgeArtsInDetroit.org, and it's $25,000 unrestricted, as well as a lot of other wonderful things. So definitely sign up on our website so that you get updates if you are an artist in Metro Detroit. And it is now my pleasure to introduce one of our 2014 fellows who is here to present this evening's program, Tony D'Annunzio.
Thank you. Thank you, Christina. Christina with the Kresge Foundation. I've got to thank the Kresge Foundation first off. They're an amazing group. Like Christina said, if you have the opportunity or just the want to do it, you need to fill out the application. It's well worth your time. Their support here in Detroit is amazing. Their support for the creative collective here, not only in film, but in music, in the written word. It's beyond supportive. It's a great thing. Like she mentioned, my name is Tony D'Annunzio. I'm a filmmaker here in Detroit. Thank you all for coming. Thank you. Yep. Thank you, every one of you. Just a quick kind of rundown of what you're going to be here for tonight. As part of the Kresge Fellows, they invited me to do a project as part of this great program called ArtX Detroit here 2015. And my project is what you're going to be witnessing tonight. It's kind of what I'm calling a film, live music, call to action experience. It's a collaboration of not only my work, but some work of other artists here in the Detroit community. If anyone was able to get up into the Crystal Gallery before the show, there were some beautiful photos, portraits of some of the, yep, go ahead and clap for it, that's right, yep. The photographer is right here, Miss Jenny Risher. Yep, standing up. Yeah, I love her work. She's got a book out called Heart Soul Detroit that everybody in this room must have. It's 50 iconic photos of everybody from Berry Gordy to Lee Iacocca to Lily Tomlin. And then it also has Eminem, and the photos that we have up on display tonight are people that are in the film. So I thought that it was just an honest crossover there to pictures of John Sinclair and Wayne Kramer and Don Was and Alice Cooper, Ted Nugent, and I think we have Mitch Ryder up there, but I'm not sure if he's in the film, but he's up there. Besides the incredible photos that are up there, there's also some posters from the late, great poster artist Gary Grimshaw. Yep. Gary is featured in the film, and his work is now a whole or a retrospective of his work, I should say, is on display across the street at the Detroit Historical Museum. And it's another, yep, and I highly recommend that you go over there. The exhibit goes until August, and that's just a small slice of what they have over there. I know that Laura is here in the audience, and she's been amazing about keeping the word out there about Gary's great work and how prolific of an artist he was, and I think that's the kind of thing that we got to keep on pushing, is that the artists that we had in Detroit and the artists that we have, and the support that we have for them. Yep, thank you. Another part of the evening is to kind of showcase some new music that's here in Detroit. I had the pleasure of working with Tino Gross with his Funky D Records. He's got an amazing band called the Royal Blackbirds. It's a three-piece Detroit rock band with, I know I'm going to mess this up, Rebecca, Daniel, Dennis, and so Rebecca, Dennis, and Nettie. And yes, give them props. They're wonderful. I consider them kids, or at least I don't even. They're wonderful musicians. Let's put it that way. They've got a record release party next week at the Lager House. And tonight, what we're going to show you right now, if everyone's ready for it, is the world premiere of their first single called You're No Good. All right, so if we could show that video for us, okay? Thank you. Right on, huh? All right, is that hot? Those guys are awesome. Rebecca, what'd you think? That was the first time she saw it. I hope she likes it. It's a three-piece band, but it also featured Marcy Boland, another amazing Detroit musician. So check them out next week at the Lager House. They're a great live band. Real quick, I just wanted to mention these beautiful posters that you see up there. This is the work of Miss Betty Chappelle. Yep, take a look at that. They're available in the Crystal Gallery for anybody that cares to have one as a momentum for this evening. And I think they turned out beautiful. They're really in the theme of the evening, and she's another very talented Detroit artist, and happy to support her. All right. Well, I told you about the call to action, and I'm going to bring out Brother Wayne Kramer right now to explain exactly what Jail Guitar Doors is and this amazing charity that he's doing. So, Wayne, if you can come on out here. Yep, let's give him a big hand.
I'd like to thank Tony D'Annunzio and Ardex Detroit and the Kresge grant for making all this possible. I'm Wayne Kramer. I started a band here a long time ago called the MC5. I write music for film and television for a living these days, but for a few years I was known as 00180-190. I'm an archetypal drug war prisoner, and I watched for 30 years after I was released how more and more people just like me were sentenced to longer and longer prison terms in worse and worse conditions. I got off easy. And I want to provide you with a context for why we're here tonight. And it has to do with these guitars. When I was locked up, a new music form emerged called punk rock. And there was a band in England, a very conscious band, The Clash. They wrote a song about my problems with authority. Me and a couple other guys. And that song was called Jail Guitar Doors. Years and years later, after watching what was happening in our country and questioning who are we that we lock up 2.3 million of our fellows, half of them mentally ill people, half of them nonviolent economic drug crimes. Who are we? What kind of people are we? You know, we're not judged by how we treat Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. We're judged by how we treat the least of us, the weakest of us. So who are we? Who am I? And to confront, to militantly oppose my own apathy, my own nihilism. I decided I had to do something. I think one person can make a difference. I think two people can do a hell of a thing. A handful of people can start a movement. And people created this mess of mass incarceration in America. And if people made this mess, people can fix it. And we will fix it. This can't stand. This is the greatest disaster in American social policy in our domestic history. This is a terrible, inhumane, indecent thing that we do to our fellows. The damage is incalculable. So how do we militantly oppose that? We take action. We step up. And what I decided to do, since I'm an ex-offender, I'm a prisoner. See my face? I'm human. And I caught my offenses here in Detroit. And I wanted to come back to Michigan to bring our program of rehabilitation through the transformative power of music here to Michigan. Tomorrow night, these guitars and a handful more are going into the state prison in Saginaw. And we don't give these guitars as gifts. These guitars represent a challenge. If the men in this prison accept these guitars, they've accepted the challenge to use them as tools to begin the process of positive change. Change is hard, but if you incentivize people, if you give them the tools, most of them will change for the better. 90% of them are coming home and they're going to sit next to you in the theater. They're going to stand next to you at Whole Foods getting your groceries. So who do you want standing next to you? Somebody who's lived in a world of racism and violence and defeat and bitterness for a decade or two? Or someone that was given a shot at redemption? Doesn't everyone deserve a shot at redemption? The people that donated the money that paid for these guitars are sending a message to our fellows on the inside. And that message is that they believe in them. That they believe they want to change for the better. They believe they want to come home and rejoin their friends and family and rejoin our community and be part of the deal. Those people, you know, prison isn't what you think it is. Addiction isn't what you think it is. Drugs aren't what you think they are. So we have a terrific night of entertainment. I'm going to finish up by asking you to help us. You can go to jailguitardoors.org and you can send us whatever you can. Our guitars, these guitars are in over 60 American prisons today. We have a waiting list of 50 more. So, John Sinclair and I were just talking. We've come full circle. I started off here. I got in trouble here. I went to prison here. And I'm back today to help my fellows. Help us, help them, help you. We're all in this together. So now, let me introduce the big chief, my dear friend, my old friend, John Sinclair. The musicians are coming up. We're going to kick out some jams, motherfuckers.
Thanks, Wayne. Wayne Kramer. Well, it gives me great pleasure to be here at the Detroit Institute of Arts with Wayne Kramer tonight and the fellas. Believe me, I'm a proud ex-convict myself already. Wayne Kramer and I are proof that you can come out of prison and help build up the country, as Ho Chi Minh put it. As you will recall. I was standing over here in the wings with Wayne. It reminded me of the, I don't know if I could say hundreds, it seems like hundreds of times we stood in the wings at the Grandee Ballroom. So it's great to be here with Tony's movie. This is a terrific movie, except for Ted Nugent. I have to say that he didn't have nothing to do with any of us. He didn't even get high. The guys in his band couldn't stand him. Sorry. I feel that's a religious duty to say bad things about Ted Nugent every chance I get. Well, I'm so happy to be here in Detroit. Well, Wayne's here and this event's on. I'm going to do a little poem. They asked me, the band said they would let me get up here, so Johnny Evans, my band leader as well. So, that one. I wanted to tell a little blues story. It's part of a longer poem called 21 Days in Jail. It's about a guy called Robert Lockwood Jr., a great blues artist from the Mississippi Delta, and about how he hooked up with a great harmonica player. In fact, I call him the greatest harmonica player of all time, Sonny Boy Williamson. They hooked up around 1935. And the story starts here. One time, we left the Delta and went up in the hill country. And in Sardis, they put us in jail for vagrancy for 21 days. That was on a Friday. On Saturday, we went up to the second floor and raised the jailhouse windows and started playing. In a matter of minutes, the jailhouse was surrounded with people. There was a little fence down there, about as big as the one by the side of my yard. And the people started throwing nickels and dimes and quarters and dollars over that fence. The trustee went out and picked up the money for us. And we knew he didn't give it all to us. We knew he got that. But when he turned it into us, we had made $400 that day. 400, Wayne, that was in 1935 dollars. That's about $4 million today. In the Fourth Reich. The next night, the high sheriff and the deputy sheriff came and asked us, did we want to go out and make some money? Sid and Ed was their names. And for the next 21 days, they took us out to serenade for the whites every night but Sunday. They'd take up the money for us, pass the hat, make the people not put nothing less than $1 in it. And then they'd take us back and put us in jail. Now, mind you, Robert says, they was busting places for corn whiskey left and right, and they gave us a whole gallon of that. We had girls coming to the jailhouse and spending the night. We was eating from a hotel down the street. So it really wasn't like being in no jailhouse, but it was terrible because it was against our will. Thank you.
John Sinclair, give it up for him. How's everybody doing? Somebody say yeah! You know the Motor City's burning. 12th and Claremont, baby. Oh Lord, I made the pigs in the street freak right out. Well, it started on 12th and Claremont, brothers. They had the National Guard just freaking right out. The fire bombs was bursting everywhere. Well, all these people were jumping and shouting. Come on, jumping. Don't know what the trouble is. You know, they just don't know what it's all about. Well, oh, your mama, papa don't know what the damn trouble is. They just don't know what it's all about. You better get out on the street now, brothers and sisters. You got to jump and shout, jump and shout, jump and shout.